Alright, so you guys voted for the sequel to the second Rambo movie, Rambo 3. I remember I was looking at IMDb at the comments, and somebody bitched and moaned because it was called Rambo 3 instead of Rambo First Blood Part 3. Come on, man. Why are you so fucking picky about it? At least it's called Rambo 3, not like these other fucking sequel movies like Army of Darkness. Remember that shit? No, we're not gonna call it Dead 3 The Army of Darkness. No, we're just gonna call it The Army of Darkness. That's it. There is no Evil Dead 3 The Army of Darkness. Just Army of Darkness. And at least it's not just called some simple title like The Bike Riders or The Garfield movie. Rambo 3 sounds pretty cool to me. I don't get what the big deal is. Shit, people are gonna be very picky about shit. Just like with food. People get very picky about food. I don't give a shit. I eat it. I'm not gonna fucking bitch and moan and whine about it. What the hell? There's fucking kids starving in Africa and shit. Don't waste your fucking food. Fucking eat it. The fuck's the matter with you? You lucky stupid bastard. Stupid little bastard. What? Alright. Rambo 3. So, a long time ago, I remember I was younger watching this shit, and I just had to lay down. I remember I used to think it wasn't for me. I thought it was pretty boring watching this shit growing up as a kid. But now I'm older, I'm like, it changed my mind a lot about this fucking sequel, the third one. But for some reason, it's like this movie has like a 5.8 on IMDb. And that confuses me because I thought this was a pretty good film. I don't get why it's a 5.8. It should be like a 7.2 or something. A 5.8 is pretty fucking low. Just like with this other one, Rambo 2, that's like a 6.5. Like, why are they so fucking low? Rambo 4 is a 7.2 or just a 7 out of 10. I'm like, okay, somehow Rambo 4 is a 7 out of 10, but the other ones is just low as shit, especially this one. Oh, let me guess, it's too boring and slow, and the story makes no sense. There's too much propaganda in there, and too much anti-Russian stuff. I read all that shit on IMDb. All these fucking retards saying all that shit. That's why it's a 5.8, because it's too much propaganda in there. Are you fucking kidding me? How are they supposed to make the movie then? Not add propaganda in there? Like, are you kidding me with that shit? How are you supposed to make a movie without propaganda? Because people don't understand that most of this stuff is based off real life. Where do you think movies come from? Real life. And they base it off real life to put it in a film. Why can't people can't get that straight in their head? These people that say this shit, just stick to your gay-ass superhero movies, please. Thank you. Well, this is totally different from the first two films, First Blood and Rambo First Blood Part 2. Definitely a lot different. This takes place in totally different location. Way different. Does it take place in America? And does it take place in Vietnam? This takes place in Afghanistan. Yep, Afghanistan. So this takes place around the time when the Cold War happened, and America is going against the Cold War. The whole series of those wars been going on for like over 20 years until it actually finally ended. Yeah, they had this. Russia and America had this really tough beef with each other. It took forever to just let that go, because only way they actually let that shit go is when a new Russian president came in and he took over, and they just forget all about what happened. And that's what I read a long time ago. A new guy came in and he was like, you know what, fuck this whole war shit. I'm done with this shit. It's just fucking retarded. Let's not do this anymore. And that's what happened. That's what I read. I could be wrong, but that's what I read. It's like the new guy came in and he's like, war's over. That's it. I'm done with this shit. I'm not really into this fighting beef wars dumb shit. That's what I remembered. And also, this is the whole thing with Soviet and Afghanistan war. They had their whole beef with each other. Besides that going on, there's two different wars. There's the Cold War and that war. There's two different wars going on. Yeah, there's that going on too, and yeah, it was just, that's how it is back then. The Soviet Union was a bunch of pieces of shit, and they changed to become just Russia. It wasn't just the Soviet Union anymore, just Russia. They all just changed because the new guy came in and changed everything up. So they decided, Rambo 3 decided to make a movie about it, and the whole story. Well, this movie is directed by Peter McDonald, who also directed stuff like Mo Money with the Wayans brothers. Okay. The Young Indiana Jones Chronicles? The Never Ending Story 3? Legionnaire with Van Damme? What the hell? That's all he fucking did? As a producer, he's a producer of Tango and Cash. Well, that makes a lot of sense. Well, this guy doesn't really have that much of his resume as a film director, but he did a whole bunch of other stuff. He was a camera operator and a cinematographer. Sorry about that. That's the reason I always have a hard time saying that. Cinematographer. Yeah, there we go. And a second unit director. So he was a second unit director on Rambo 2. And he decided to take over Rambo 3 because George P. Cosmatos didn't want to do the third one. So he decided to take over for the third one. But that makes a lot of sense also. So this guy didn't really do that fucking much besides just be a producer of all these other famous movies. This guy didn't really do that much. He just directed like a couple of movies with Wayans brothers and Van Damme. And Never Ending Story. I heard everyone say that third one sucked balls, but I never watched any of those fucking movies. I don't give a shit with the Never Ending Story. That's for little fucking dorky dumbasses. But let's talk about the story of Rambo 3, okay? I know I'm fucking around too much. Rambo 3, so it takes place where fucking like Colonel Troutman and the other asshole from RoboCop, what's his goddamn name? Clarence Boddicker, he's there. I'm like, what the fuck is Clarence doing here? That motherfucker's a good guy here? What the hell? That seems pretty fucking weird. Yeah, Clarence Boddicker is a fucking good guy here. And he is not in this movie for that long, Kurtwood Smith. He's only here for like at least 7 minutes tops. He's only here for just for a little bit. It kind of sucks because I like seeing Clarence. You know, he's a pretty good actor. Yeah, he's there with fucking Colonel Troutman, Richard Crenna. He returns, and those two go look for Rambo and see he's having these fights and matches with this other guy, and he use these fucking sticks and beat the shit out of each other with them. In Bangkok, they're like fucking fighting each other to win money and all this other shit. Rambo kicks his ass and beat his ass with the sticks, and he wins. And he helps the man back up. And Rambo gets out of there on a boat with these monks, and he goes back to this fucking Buddhist place. And he's there just to make money, you know, just help them out, build stuff, you know, all that other stuff. And the Colonel shows up with fucking Clarence Boddicker bugging the hell out of him. Like, why can't you just leave him alone? He's tired of this war shit. Now you want to bring him to Afghanistan? The one of the worst places to ever fight shit at? You know, back then, like, we used to, the 80s in America used to get along with Afghanistan. And then years went by, the whole 9/11 happened, and we ended up going to war against Afghanistan. Fucking ironic, isn't it? Fucking ironic. Well, you can blame George Bush for that bullshit. He set that whole bullshit up anyways. He wanted that to happen in the first place. Fucking piece of shit. Anyways, so Colonel Troutman and Clarence Boddicker show up to talk to Rambo at the monk's place, the Buddha, Huda, to talk to him and get him on this new mission to go to Afghanistan and fight the Afghanistan war. And Colonel Troutman's going to be there too at the Afghanistan war. But Rambo decides he's going to decline this offer because he had enough of this shit. He want to be left alone. He tired of this fucking extra bullshit. Go down there and fight the war once again? He want to be left alone. He's done with that shit. Especially when the last time he got fucked over by that asshole. He got mad because he didn't get his porn pictures for him. So fuck that shit. I understand how he feels about it. So he's like, fuck you. Get out of my face. Leave me alone. Colonel Troutman decides to go follow him into this fucking temple and talk to him still. And Rambo still says no. And like Colonel Troutman's like, all right. And so he walks away. Next thing you know, Colonel Troutman's at the war in Afghanistan fighting. And It was an ambush, and Colonel Trautman gets fucking kidnapped. So now Clarence Boddicker shows back up to talk to Rambo and tell him, your boy got fucking captured. So Rambo's like, I'm in, bring me in there. He's like, are you serious? Yeah, I'm fucking serious. We're getting there, asshole. He's like, alright. So Rambo decides he's going to Afghanistan now. He's going to go there, and he's fucking going to save his best buddy, Colonel Trautman. Well, he's down there getting tortured and gets ass beat by the Russians. As the Russians are looking for missiles. We want the missiles. That's how they say it. Missiles. Fucking dumbasses. So he's beating his ass up because he wants missiles, and Trautman won't tell them where they're at, so they keep beating his ass. And then it cuts back to Rambo. He meets this Demolition Man guy. Funny, I said Demolition Man. Yeah, he meets this guy, this Pakistani guy who don't speak well English. He speaks too fucking fast. I was like, what the fuck is he saying? Slow the fuck down. He might be this fucking coworker that works in me at my job. It's a Indian guy. He always speaks so goddamn fast. I can't understand what he's saying. Slow down, motherfucker. Every time he speaks so fucking fast, I'll be like, what? I say it twice. Like, what? What are you saying? Anyways, this big-nosed Pakistani guy decides, well, who are you exactly? Are you a mercenary? Are you a tourist? Rambo gets offended when he says he's a tourist. He's like, I ain't no tourist. I ain't no tourist. And he was like, okay, I got your weapons right here for you. And he shows them the weapons, and they're off to go. And the Pakistani man keeps questioning him, or Afghanistan man, whatever. He's questioning him and asking him, well, where's the other men? It's only me. He's like, how the hell are you going to do this with other men? He asks all these fucking questions. Just fucking shut up, dude. Shut your big ass honk nose up. I swear, this guy got a big ass honker. I tell you that. His nose is huge. It's fucking huge. That Afghanistan people got big ass nose. So later on, Rambo meets this little boy who is this little Afghanistan kid. He's like annoying as shit. He keeps like bothering him and asks him if he can use his knife real quick. Starts playing with his knife. Asks him about his necklace on his neck. Rambo tells him his luck. He wants his necklace, and the Pakistani guy told him to fuck off. He's like, that kid's like annoying as shit. So that happens, and then he sees these guys are playing a game of horse and boar, and they're right on top of the horse, and they have to throw his boar into his circle. Which just seems like a pretty easy game. No. You fucking kidding me? You gotta know how to fucking ride a horse first off. Then you gotta learn how to fucking run fast as you can the horse to throw the boar into a circle while getting fucking knocked over. Pretty hard fucking games. It's fucking harder than American football, I'll tell you that. And soccer combined. Fucking hard as shit. Ride on a horse and throw a boar into a circle? Shit, that's a lot of fucking strategy for that. A lot of fucking work. Not a lot of you motherfuckers here. Well, I mean, I'm in America too, but a lot of us motherfuckers in America probably can't do that shit. Hell, I never rode a horse in my life, so I'll probably fuck up too many times. I'll be like, oh shit, fall on my fucking ass off the horse. Me, a horse fell on top of me like happened to Christopher Reeve. We tried to over that fucking fence. Oh shit, I want to act like that guy. In a wheelchair and shit? No way. I'll be like my grandfather. So after Rambo is throwing boars into circles on a horse riding on it, two Russian helicopters show up and started blasting motherfuckers, shooting all of them. Rambo had to run away from them and get onto the big fucking machine gun and blow one of them up to Kingdom Come. Which, that fucking helicopter killed most of the fucking Afghanistan fucking guys down there. So now Rambo decides him and his big-nosed Pakistani guy and his little kid are going to go there to save Colonel Trautman now. To get back to these motherfuckers. Which the kid was not supposed to go with them. Rambo told his ass to stay back, but this motherfucker insisted to go. Which he's not. Fucking kids, right? Dumbass kids. Because he was still coming over there with them. And Rambo told him to fuck off. He didn't fuck off. He was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let me get shot up. Which he does get shot up. So Rambo goes inside and fuck it. He got the keys. He's ready to get Colonel Trautman out of there. Trautman tells him, he alerts him that somebody was over there. It was just a little kid, but somebody else is coming down the stairs. So Rambo had to shoot these motherfuckers. The kid gets shot in the leg, And Rambo had to grab the kid after shooting these other motherfuckers. And he had to get out of there with him, the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. They all got out of there. They ran, and they would jump down the fucking sewer hole. He ran down the sewer, and the fucking Russian guys following down there. So Rambo had to shoot these motherfuckers and set up the detonator and blow the fucking the cave up so that they can't follow anymore. So the rocks came down and, buried those motherfuckers. So the Russian leader's pissed off. He slaps around fucking Colonel Troutman, beats him up because Rambo tried to save him, but he failed, he said. He failed to save you. So Rambo had to figure out another plan how they're going to save him now. So he climbs up to this fucking mountain, and he goes in there, he jumps down, beats the shit out of the guy with a flamethrower, which I wish Rambo used the flamethrower in this movie. I wish he actually grabbed that flamethrower and flamed these motherfuckers and set them on fire. I felt that was like a wasted potential. I wish Rambo grabbed that flamethrower and flamed these motherfuckers and set them on fire. That would have been awesome. But that was wasted. He didn't grab it. He ended up grabbing the machine gun instead. And him and Troutman get out of there. They both have guns and then shoot these motherfuckers. And yeah, he gets out of there. And now they got the helicopters on their ass. And I think Rambo and Colonel Troutman steals a chopper and free all the fucking Afghanistan guys. And they get on the helicopter and they fly off. While they're flying off, they're fucking shooting at the people down there, all the Russian people, shooting all those motherfuckers up with the missiles and shooting machine guns at them. But one of the fucking Afghanistan guys gets shot off the fucking airplane and dies. One of them gets shot off, and the plane gets hit. So now they're going down. So they go down, and they tell the Afghanistan people to get out of there while him and Colonel Troutman figure out a plan what to do. They got these two helicopters after them, and they have to run out of there and go hide in this hole before the fucking bomb blows up and kill Rambo. Run together as fast as possible while getting fucking blown up by that missile. So he got out of there, and him and fucking Troutman hiding from them, doing some stealth mode fucking attacks on these Russian soldiers that are coming down into the hole. And Rambo and Troutman kick their ass and shoot them up. Troutman had to save Rambo from getting killed. He was like, that's what a friend was for, he told them. And then I think they get out of the fucking hole, and now Rambo's fighting this big giant ass henchman, big fat guy. Rambo's struggling to fight this motherfucker because I think he got injured before. He had to fucking use a technique that Troutman teach him how to use. And he had to do that before he went to save Troutman. He used that technique to heal his injuries. That's another thing. Rambo gets injured more in this movie than he did in the first two films. Here he actually gets hurt more, which that should happen more in the second one, the first one. But that didn't happen. I guess he was more unstoppable. But here it's more kind of more realistic. Honestly, he actually does get hurt a little more here. This is because this Afghanistan war is a lot tougher. There's more soldiers, a lot stronger soldiers. Yeah, everything's a challenge for him in this movie, which I really like that. I really enjoyed that when the characters struggle against these other bad guys. I like a good old challenge in these movies. I wish I had more movies like this where it's actually a fucking challenge. It's not a shoot 'em up fucking movie when there's he's invincible. He's a god or something like that. I don't like characters like that when they're invincible as fuck. I don't like that shit. Right here it makes it more realistic how he struggles against this big fat henchman guy. He struggles to fight these other, fucking Russian soldiers. He got to figure out different strategies and stealth modes to take these guys out. I like that. I really like that fucking shit. I mean, yeah, there's stealth mode in the fucking first and second movie, but here it really shows how a soldier really does shit, So he struggles to fight him, but he figured it out because he pulls off a grenade off the fat fuck, and he hangs him on a rope and pushes him down the fucking hole. And the fat slob hangs himself and he blows up in the hole, which I thought was pretty fucking interesting and clever idea. So that happens, and Rambo and Troutman were walking away, and this fucking helicopter shows out of nowhere with all these tanks and these army guys and all this shit. And the Russian guy's surrender now, all right, put the guns down, we're gonna capture you alive. Do it now or else. Rambo's no. Troutman's what should we do? Should we do it? What's the plan? You know, he was like, fuck them. He starts shooting these motherfuckers, like, shooting all of them up and everything. Fucking Rambo shooting missiles at the fucking, the tanks and all that shit. And then the rebels show up, the Afghanistan rebels show up, and now they're in the war. And Rambo's like, come on, let's go join them. And they all had a fight, and Rambo's like, run out of a fucking horse with a Molotov. He's like, ah! Shit was like going fucking crazy and everything, and Rambo gets like inside a tank, and he's like running at fucking the Russian leader guy, because Russian leader guy's in a helicopter, and Rambo's in a tank, and he had this big war against each other. It's like one of the best parts in the whole movie. He's like in the tank, he's like shooting at the fucking the helicopter, and then Colonel Trauma's like, Rambo, get out of there, Rambo. Rambo's like, ah! Shooting at the fucking the Russian guy in the helicopter. He's like and both the tank and the helicopter like both collide into each other and blows up. But Rambo survived because the tank's like strong as balls, so he's fine. He gets out of it, and they win the war for now. And the kid's like, "Are you gonna stay?" And like Rambo's like, "Nah, I can't stay. I gotta go." So him and Troutman get out of there, and Troutman's like, "You know what? I think we're getting soft." And he's like, "Yeah, I think so. I think we are getting soft." And the movie just ends. I don't get what's so bad about this fucking movie. Like, what's so bad about Rambo 3? Is because it's slow? I mean, yeah, the movie was a bit slow, but it wasn't that bad. Like everyone else says it is. A 5.8 is too fucking low. A 5.8? Like, what the fuck is that shit? Like, it still, like, blows my mind. This movie's like a 7 out of 10. Is that no 5.8? The fuck kind of drugs is that? Well, I would say it's like a fucking 8 out of 10 in my opinion, but a 7 out of 10 will be more reasonable for other people. Well, I guess it's time for the pros and the cons for Rambo 3. Pros and the cons. The pros, a different location. Yeah, instead of America and Vietnam, this time we got Afghanistan. A very, very big territory. Really huge country. Full of a lot of shit, a lot of land, a lot of more army soldiers. Well, that's another pro. There's more soldiers here than it was in the Vietnam fucking movie, the Rambo 2. A lot more fucking soldiers. I like that. Colonel Troutman is utilized more. Colonel Troutman is used a lot more in this movie. There's more scenes and more of him actually kicking ass and shooting guns and shit. He actually does more here. The first and second movie, he didn't do anything besides just walk and talk and fart out his ass. Here he's actually doing shit. He's going around shooting hella Rambo out, kicking ass. That's how it should have been. More of a challenge for Rambo. Yeah, he gets injured, tougher bad guys. Yeah, he gets hurt twice. First time he got hit in the stomach while trying to save Troutman on his first attempt. Then the second time, it was the whole, the Afghanistan guys show up to fight the Russians and their tanks and all that other stuff at the end. He gets hit again in the leg by one of the helicopters, shoot him in the leg. He's like, ah! So he actually gets hurt more in this movie than anything. The second movie and the first movie, the second movie, he gets tortured, but he didn't really get shot or anything like that. I don't remember. But in the second movie, he gets tortured and shit. But that's different. Yeah, like, this movie is pretty good. Like, I don't get what's the hate for it. I don't like people think it's boring or not entertaining or too much propaganda in there. What do you want them to do? Not base it off a fucking war? What do you want them to do? Just have Rambo dance dancing a bunch of daisies and sniffing them and shit and doing ballerinas in the flowers? Like, what do you want him to do? Not fight? You want to be a little pussy baby? Like you people? Fucking liberals and their fucking wussy shit. God damn, these fucking people and their fucking crybaby shit. Always whining about everything all the goddamn times. Annoying. So the budget was like 58 to 63 million, and the box office was only 189 million. Crazy how the second movie is like over like 300 million it made in the box office. Here is like a lot lesser for some reason. I don't know why. Because a lot of people didn't like the third one. I don't know. It's pretty fucking low. But they came back again like fucking like 20 years later and made Rambo 4, which that's just called Rambo, which I find to be fucking weird. But whatever. I guess because it came out 20 years later. and that's why I decided to just call it Rambo. Yeah, fuck it. You know, it's whatever. Now that title I had to complain about. Shit like Rambo 3, that's not really to complain about. At least it's still called Rambo 3. The fourth one just called Rambo. Like, it makes no fucking sense. Why just call it Rambo 4? Or give it another title. Oh yeah, I forgot about the cons. There's only like one con. It was a bit slow, to be fair. It wasn't like too slow, but it was kind of a little bit slow. But I still enjoy it for what it is. So this is written by Stallone again, and some other guy named Sheldon Leach, who did he wrote a bunch of fucking Van Damme movies. Cyborg, Lionheart, Double Impact, The Quest, Legionnaire, The Order. Well, he directed it and wrote these films. Jesus Christ. He must be a really big fan of doing Van Damme films, I'll tell you that. Shit. So this guy mostly did Van Damme films after doing Stallone stuff. Very interesting. So, I don't know what else to really talk about. I mean, yeah, this is a great fucking sequel, just like the other ones, but I think that my favorite one will always be the first one. And I'm guessing you guys want me to review the fourth one, which I have no problem with that. I like the fourth one too.